My lens is probably kind of scratched and dirty because of my case. I'm a little torn on making this video between spending the time. Let me turn this music down. Warming up my coffee. I think I'm going to title this video Buy the Business or Lose Your Job. Because that's kind of what happened in my life a few months ago. And I haven't been posting much on my YouTube, because I don't know who even really cares much, but maybe someday somebody will be interested in this. And I'm not going to edit it or anything like that. It's just going to be raw, plain footage. About 9 months ago, it's what it came down to, is buy the business or lose your job, you know? The owner at the time, who was actually the second owner, I was here with the guy who started the place before Ryan. And, you know, his life had changed. He had ended up becoming an owner when he was rather young. And it just, you know, it just wasn't what he wanted to do. This wasn't where he wanted to spend his life, in this small town. And so time came for him to make some decisions about what he wanted to do with his life, and he decided that this was not it. And, you know, I do not fault him for that. So he tried to sell it and had difficulty. And then he had somebody who was going to buy it. And they were going to do it. It was pretty much a done deal. You know, it was going to happen. And then at the proverbial 11th hour, they pulled out. And by this time, my friend, because he was my good friend, had sent his family off to a completely different state where they were living, and they were getting their life going, so that all he would have to do would be to show up and life would be happening. And for months, he had not been able to do that. He had been able to visit only, and it was just killing him. So, yeah, it pretty much came down to he was getting desperate, I think. And he really just wanted to be with his family. And if you know, he came to me and convinced me to buy it, in short. I don't have any money. I didn't have any money. I live paycheck to paycheck. I don't make much here. Comparatively, I make even less now. The paperwork might say more, but you know, anybody that owns a business knows what I mean. So, yeah, this is my shop. I don't even know where I'm going with this, man. It's just, it's daunting. I've never been the business owner. I've never even wanted to touch the register. Literally did not want to touch it, so that if ever there were a problem, you know, it'd be like fingerprinted. It wasn't me. Well, now it's my register. Sure, Anna's got it locked, of course. I don't know where she's got the key, but it's my register. If I look around, I can find where the key's at. And what's in it's mine. Well, till the state gets their portion. And it's flipping terrifying. There were only two of us really here doing the production work. Anna, my wondrous helper here, I don't know what to call her, secretary, do-it-all person, most amazing little short person in the world. You know, she's learning what she can, she does what she can, but she's limited on the things that she can do. And so when I lost Ryan, half the production was lost. So in case you can't tell what it is that I do here, is I make signs. I make signs, and I make vehicle graphics, and I make banners, and I screen print t-shirts, and I make business cards, and I make headstones, and I do all kinds of different things. I provide all sorts of little different products for people. I do it for churches, I do it for the city. I do it for RV parks. I do it for the high school. You know? I'm making a new one of these for them. I do it for everybody. So a new one of these, pair of these are coming. So I'm super busy, but I'm one guy. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying watching the numbers that move through here. I've never worked with money like this, and it sure doesn't end up in my pocket. So I'm going to throw this on YouTube and let the world see some of the fun that I'm dealing with. You know, there's problems I'm fixing. No offense to my dear friend if he watches this. You know, these are things that just needed fixing in my opinion, and it's just my opinion on this. It doesn't mean I love you any less if I talk about what I feel like was a mistake in any way. You know, one mistake we're dealing with though is pricing, which is our pricing is way out of line, and this was just basically Ryan's big heart. He didn't want to make things expensive for people, you know, and I don't either, but we got to pay our bills. Got to pay our bills, and we got to make a little bit extra. Each time we got to make just a little bit extra because this is going to die, and this is my printer. And when it goes, it's expensive. It's a small car. And that's for the cheap version. And the version that I need to be is a nice small car. And that's what I really need to be into. And this thing, a cutter, you know, it's going to go. Someday it's going to go. It's getting old. We've had that a long time, and we've had this one a very long time. And they last pretty good, but someday they're going to go out. The laminator, you know, what happens when that goes? I've had to replace computers. I've had to replace the compressor multiple times. I bought 2 compressors. Oh my God. And replumbed the entire sandblast unit. So, you know, had to get that. Had to get drying systems for it, you know. All that stuff costs money. So, yeah. I haven't even had the time to get the sign, the old sign changed. It still says InMotion Graphics and Design. But that's okay. We'll get there. And every day I come to work and I shake in my shoes when I check that bank account. Came in one day and it said 10. And I went, what? Well, the page must not have loaded correctly. And I reloaded the page and nope, it didn't change. And by lunch, it said negative 280. And so at lunchtime, I'm in there taking money from my personal account and transferring it over to keep the business alive because, you know, business is its own entity. And I'm just here to kind of help keep it going, point it in the right direction. I'm just an employee, but anyhow. Hey, it looks like our little buddies out there. This guy shows up and little crows, they come up and they get bread and nuts from us each day, but that's something else. Anyhow, this was 9 months ago and I'm still here. We're not running in the red, so as terrifying as it's been, I've managed to do it. And right after I bought it, I went to Burning Man. Still need to post a video of that. That was fun. That was interesting. It wasn't like last year. It was good, but it was different. And there were some things that happened that, like last year, that kind of goofed it up. But there were other bits of it that were amazing. So, anyhow, welcome to my crazy world. I hope I make it. You know, if you're interested, if you want to know about what's happening here, if you want more detail here, you know, and if you want me to make a little series of American Sign Shop, let me know. I mean, I'll do it. Oh, there's my crow out there waiting. He's like, oh, where's my food, buddy? See, you want some. Let me go get him a slice of bread. In the meantime, y'all have a good day. It's Monday. Find something on YouTube to make you smile. Find something to make you laugh. Have a good start to your week. Peace out.